Look at that.
News team assemble.
He's sitting there on the rocks now. Hi guys, it's your favorite garage dweller, Sarah here, with another video on Pt.1. For all you new folk, I'm not talking about small potatoes. I'm talking about an Audi TT. Quattro project car. There's a link up above to get you caught up. That sound would be a dead battery. Work car. That cold start though. I love Forrester Gump. Always coming to the rescue. Alright, teeter-tot, let's start. There you go. The TT has a massive exhaust leak at the turbo, between the turbo and the manifold, I believe. And I just want to put it out there at the beginning of the video. I'm not giving up on the TT. Flocked panels. I got so many questions of what had happened to the flocked panels that I did for this car, so I put it back together. The back of the car is now done. Rear seat delete is done, with the exception of a upper strut bar that I can hang a net from. It's done back here. I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with how this turned out. Hi guys, welcome to my new shop. It's a storage unit, it's not a shop. I was running out of room at my house. My garage is so small, I don't have any room to put car parts. Round one, complete. That was a lot of work putting all that stuff in here. Okay, back to my house. Let's work on the TT. Buy car parts. The objective in this video, damn it! That's why you don't talk and look at a camera and work at the same time. Oh, that's so shitty. I just dropped the bit somewhere down inside the engine. Out of your home. The whole purpose of this video is to get teeter-tot running legit so I can drive this thing cross country if I wanted to. What that entails is finishing what I started several months ago when I did the timing belt, water pump, valve cover gasket, and a whole slew of other parts. There's a link up above to that video. I gotta disconnect all the vacuum lines. Every vacuum line that connects to the intake manifold, I have to undo. And a lot of these are gonna get replaced at this time too. This line right here looks kinda suspicious. I might possibly replace this. I think, is this fuel pressure regulator? Possibly. It's right here next to the fuel rail, I think. And then I'm guessing that's the feed. Come off of there. I have a new one of you. Got that off. Sloot boot. Boogie. See how the inside of that sloot is blue? That adds 2 horsepower right there. That guy is off. Oh, I am good at doing that. Alright, bunch of 5mm Allen heads. Thankfully I dropped that bit somewhere down inside the engine. Awesome. How does this come off? Oh man, that is really on there. Look at that fuel line. Look at that. That's so cruddy. On the back side of the injector harness, there's these little spring clips that you just pop out and it retains a harness onto the injector. I just reached out to one of you guys on Instagram to help me out with that because I couldn't see the clip, so thank you. There we go. Oh god, this fuel line is so bad. Gotta make sure I keep that engine FOD free. Tinfoil to the rescue. So I got the injector rail off, the fuel injectors off. I need to clean it. That will happen in a little bit. Now I gotta get the intake manifold off. Weird. I'm out. Nope, that was close. In accordance with my tech data, my air intake temp sensor and my throttle valve control module are underneath the intake manifold. So I already unplugged one sensor. The other one's way up under there. It's gonna be a real treat to get to. So, intake manifold is free. I gotta be cognizant of not dropping stuff down inside the holes. And I gotta undo all these vacuum lines underneath here. I broke my fingernail inside my glove and it hurts really bad and it's bleeding. It sucks. And yes, more work. Let me tell you what, these little metal band connectors that hold the vacuum lines on are a huge pain to undo. I cannot believe this. That line. I got the intake manifold off. I took a knife and I cut 2 of the vacuum lines because I gave up on those stupid clamps underneath there, and I got new lines anyway, so it doesn't matter. The tops of these valves actually look pretty good. You can tell this is not a direct injection engine. I'm really surprised though how clean it looks inside there. That gives me a good feeling about this engine, and I didn't really have one, to be honest with you, for the longest time. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some paint because I'm gonna do the intake manifold, I think, to match the valve cover. I just think it'll look really clean. I think. I don't know. I want to though.
Morning everybody, it's your favorite in the wild Sarah here with a whiptail lizard. Oh, look at him go. He's sitting there on the rocks now, his tail whipping wildly, waiting for an ant to snack on.
People of Australia, I'm gonna apologize in advance for that horrible accent, but I had to make it official. It's just, it wouldn't be the same if it's a wildlife video without that accent, correct? I have a bunch new vacuum lines and hoses for the engine. I also have intake manifold gasket, throttle body gasket, new seals for the injectors, some goodies from 034 Motorsports, open that in a second. Over here is a new fender liner for the passenger side because the other one I have is all destroyed. And these guys custom made mud flaps for the car out of polyurethane that say Quattro on them. So yay. Before I install all these parts though, I gotta make sure it's nice and clean in that engine bay. Now I wish I could steam the engine, but I don't have a steam cleaner. So I gotta be careful because I have open holes to the top of the valves for the intake manifold. So I gotta plug those up really well and do my best to just clean up under there. Oh no! So I put some paper towels down inside where the intake manifold sits. I also used saran wrap and double wrapped it around the gasket and then pushed it back onto the studs. Covered up the alternator, wrapped the bottom of the oil dipstick tube really tight with saran wrap, and covered up the sloot over here. So I just gotta put the car out in the driveway and get to cleaning, because you know me, I can't take anything apart without cleaning it first. Came out pretty good if you ask me. Not too shabby. So now that this is cleaned up, like, it's not the most pretty finish in the world. It's clean, but it's inconsistent and just, it kind of looks like crap. So I really want to paint this, the satin black that I have on the engine valve cover that I use with the engine enamel paint, but this is a different texture of aluminum, so I'm not sure if it'll adhere properly. I don't know if I need to use like an etching primer of some sort. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think I should do to finish this intake manifold? Time to start swapping stuff out, one hose at a time. That's what he said? I think. I don't have that. And I cut it. Awesome. Smart job, Sarah. I don't think I have that one either. Got it. There we go. Wow, what a big mess. Awesome. This is a lifesaver. Huge shout out to O34 Motorsports. They sent this out to me. It's the rest of the breather hose kit so I can finish off the TT. And their stuff is so nice. Their stuff is super nice. Look at that. It's all aluminum and it has like the factory clamps on there. They hooked your girl up, so they're awesome. This stuff is super nice though. Like way nicer than the eBay crap I was looking at and I was thinking about getting because it was cheap. Come on. Yay! This is the crap I had on there. This is the breather tube at the top of the valve cover. It's electrical taped together and now I got the new one from O34 to replace it. This will probably make a slight difference. Look at that. It fits the way it's supposed to. So that's free. Oh, that's brittle plastic. Yeah, buddy. While holding a DSLR camera in one hand. Got it. It's green. Come on. It does not want to come out of there. I broke it off. That thing is so in there. It's so nasty looking. Good thing I'm replacing it. There we go. That is so bad. That looks so much better. So the kit from O34 Motorsports replaced the crankcase breather system that goes from the top of the oil filter housing right here. That was plastic and then it went to a rubber section and then to a metal section that goes up here. The actual crankcase breather valve itself. And now it's all one silicone piece that goes all the way down there. News team assemble. There's so many vacuum lines on this 1.8T. It's crazy. So now I gotta put the Venturi part together with all the pieces. So I got some from O34 and then some are just factory replacement stuff. So yeah, it's like Legos for adults. I really like these hose clamps that they sent with the kit. I'm gonna look these up on Amazon. YDS. If you're looking for hose clamps to use on project cars, YDS, I think that's the brand. Maybe a part number. These things are awesome. It uses a Phillips screw instead of a flathead, even though I have a flathead screwdriver right now. I should probably get the old one so I can clock this correctly. Please hold. Okay. That's cute. I believe this is a relief valve. Old and new. The old one was all brittle and dried out and like you could just barely bend it and it would crack and fall apart. To give you guys an idea of how this works now that it's all assembled, it's gonna sit pretty much like this underneath the intake manifold. So this is the bottom of the intake facing the bottom of the car. Before I go any further though, I gotta figure out what to do with the intake manifold. I really want to do this the same black as the valve cover. That's what my heart's telling me. And I don't know what to do about the charge pipe. Maybe wrap it in gold DEI? I don't know. I'm gonna wrap up the video here and then part 2 will be painting the intake manifold and then reinstalling everything. And hopefully my exhaust gaskets for the turbo BN2 will knock that out and this car will be ready to rip. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you soon in another. Bye. Oh yeah, PS, I have a lot of mail built up to do mail time. So we'll do that in the next video, in case you were wondering. Okay, bye.